Does this look good to you? It doesn't look good to me. Conventional tutorials don't work for me, and I bet they don't work for you. And most influencers don't have hooded eyes. And most tips and tricks from big makeup recommend things that make your eyes look worse. You need to be punk rock. You gotta break all the rules. In this video, I'm gonna show you what went wrong here and how you can fix it so that you go from sleepy, tired, angry looking hooded eyes to gorgeous, stunning, flattered hooded eyes. So let's get this face full of mistakes off, and I will show you how to make your hooded eyes your best feature. Step one is essential for any eye look. I'm just starting with this Jason Wu primer. We're gonna set it, which is essential for hooded eyes, but right now we're just gonna throw this on. Now that we're primed, this step is going to be essential. I am going to set my entire eyelid. There's a huge focus on sticky bases for cut creases and vibrant colors, but that doesn't work for hooded eyes. Your skin is already touching itself every time you blink. So set your eye and start with a nice locked in base. So I am going to tap out any creases that I already have with this one size powder. And I'm just using a puff. This one is absolutely tattered, but it'll get the job done. So this is where we really get into the nitty gritty. The beauty industry thinks that you should get all of your depth in a dramatic look in the crease. No, it's only gonna make your eye look smaller. Forget about this. This isn't a good place to work. So we're gonna cheat that whole system and focus all under the eye. It's really important here too that you pick a color that's flattering to your eye. So I'm gonna go in with this nice burgundy shade. You can pick whichever one works for you, but I'm picking a color that's kind of the opposite on the color wheel to make my green blue eyes pop as hard as they possibly can. And I'm just using a flat brush, and I'm gonna line my entire lower lash line with it. So as you can see, I've already broken some rules. I've got a big thick line under my eye. I specifically remember reading Bobbi Brown's book and seeing that you weren't supposed to put dark colors next to your lower lashes and being really hurt in my heart because I love the way that looks. So the next rule that we're gonna break is that you need to have a lot of depth in your outer corner in the crease. I'm gonna use nothing darker than a transition shade, and I'm gonna get way more depth than I would if I went smoky and dark. So I'm gonna take this medium color right in my crease with a fluffy, soft brush. Here's another tip. Focus on doing your eyeshadow with your eye open and go above where your natural crease is. So what I did here was take a mid-tone warm brown shade and draw it along my crease above it to make my eyes look defined but not make them look smaller. Conventionally, I would keep building up my crease and making it darker and darker and making my eyes look way smaller. This is a point where I should probably mention the Maybelline packaging. They would tell you to do that, and it would tell you wrong. So my next step is ultra important. I'm gonna go in with a pointy pencil brush and darken my inner corner. You are creating a crease right now. That is the exact opposite of what any makeup tutorial would tell you to do. They would tell you to put a nice bright color in there, and all that's gonna do is make your eyes look further apart. I don't know about you, but I want my nose to look snatched. We're gonna get to use shimmer, don't worry, but we're gonna put it in the middle of the lid. We'll talk about it later. So at this point, I'm going to make a crease on the best, most bony, regular eye area I have. I'm gonna create a little half moon shape in my inner corner against this bone. A good point of reference here is following the line of your eyebrow. It looks a little crazy. That's okay. We're gonna clean it up, don't worry. And you don't have to do this, but I highly recommend playing around with it. The next step is gonna be eyeliner. And we're also gonna break a rule here. Conventionally, when you're doing a crazy, dark, depthy kind of eye look, you're just gonna throw on more eyeliner and that's gonna be nighttime. That will not work for you, my hooded eye friend. I'm gonna do my outer half, not my whole eye. Generally, when you see a day to night look or a sultry look, it really just consists of more eyeliner. But that's not what we need here. If I line my entire lid, it's gonna look small. That's the only visible real estate that I actually have. So I'm just going lightly with a really nice thin line to thicken up my lashes and enhance this burgundy color. So I'm using a brown color from Gwen Stefani's brand Give. Now that I have my eyes nice and lined up, I'm gonna go in and add some shimmer. And the placement here is absolutely key. You might feel like you're missing out on the inner corner highlight, but you're gonna put that inner corner highlight on the center of your eye with a hooded eye. Because what I really want and what you probably want is your eye to look bigger when you're doing eyeshadow. So if you can put it right down the center, you will achieve that. So I'm gonna choose this pinky, champagne-y shift kind of shade and put it on the center of my lid with my finger. I'm using my finger because I want a nice, even, full coverage look. And I'm gonna bring it all the way up to that crazy inner corner definition. So I've got this gorgeous shimmer shade all over my lid, and I'm gonna now take a face highlight from this Scott Barnes palette and put it directly above my pupil and all the way up to my brow bone. This is gonna make your eye look infinitely bigger than if you put a bunch of champagne in your inner corner. Now that I did that, I'm gonna add a little more of my transition shade just so that I don't have a discernible streak right above my outer crease on the outer corner. I might even add a touch on my inner corner. Let's see, right next to that burgundy shade, I'm gonna give a little softness and a little warmth. So I'm looking at this eye look and I think it needs a little more pop. So I'm gonna put a copper shade in my waterline. It's gonna attract so much light to my eye and make my blue-green eyes look crazy. This is a huge no-no. Conventional thinking is that if you put a shade in your waterline, it's gonna make your eyes look smaller unless it's white. Look at the difference that makes to one eye versus the other. While we're here, I'm just gonna throw a little more depth under my lower waterline, just with that same Gwen Stefani brown liner. And I'm just tapping it in between my lower lash line. Okay, the very last and very important step is mascara. Usually when you see an influencer getting dressed up for the night, they're throwing on a lash. And I might do that, I might do like a half lash, but it's important to keep in mind that with hooded eyes, bigger isn't better, especially when it comes to lashes. So what I did is curled my eyelashes aggressively, and I'm gonna go in with a nice intense mascara. The same way that if I am wearing just a regular winged look, I'm gonna direct my eyelashes up and out. All right guys, so lashes are done and this is the final look. I've got shadow in my inner corner, color in my waterline, color under my eye, no crease color to speak of. These hooded eyes are popping, the color is right. My eyes look huge because I've broken the rules today. All of these tips can be adapted for a subtle summer look, a daytime look. It will make a difference for you. So thank you so much for watching. I'm having so much fun making videos for you all. Leave a comment if you tried any of these tips and tricks. Give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.